Summary of Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Introduction. Who Moved My Cheese, written by Dr. Spencer Johnson, tells a parable story about two men and two mice, and shares insightful advice about what you can do to change your life when you don't let fear hold you back. You can get this book for free with a trial of Audible, using the link in the description of this video. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any future summaries. A summary of the book. There are 4 characters which are introduced into this story. 2 mice, Scruffy and Sniff, and 2 men, Hem and Haw. Scurry is always quick to act, while Sniff has a knack for smelling change at an early stage. Hem is someone who is resistant to change, because he feels change is going to bring about something worse. Haw, on the other hand, resists change at first, but then quickly learns to adapt when he sees that change could potentially lead to something better. These 4 characters represent the complexities that make up our human personality and our journey towards success. The story of Scurry and Sniff. Scurry and Sniff are simple little creatures. They do, however, have good instincts. They spend a considerable amount of time scurrying up and down the maze in search of cheese every day. They hurry from one corner to the next, turning around if they don't spot any cheese in sight. Each day, the 2 little mice check on their cheese to see if there has been any changes to the cheese, and they keep on their toes, just in case they might have to be on the move again, looking for new cheese. The story of Hem and Haw. Then we have Haw and Hem, who also spend their time within a maze in search of cheese. However, they aren't searching for the cheese because they are hungry. On the contrary, Haw and Hem are searching for the cheese because they believe that finding it is what will lead them to feel happy and successful. Unlike Scurry and Sniff, though, Haw and Hem tend to overthink because of their complex brains. Haw and Hem start to consider the quickest way to locate the cheese, what strategies work best to maneuver the maze, how to keep track of the strategies, when they will finally locate the cheese, and what it will feel like when they do. Naturally, they also start to wonder if the cheese even exists in the maze at all. However, once they do locate their cheese, Hem and Haw quickly become complacent and settle down, satisfied with their cheese stash. One day, when both mice and men wake up to find their cheese gone, the little mice immediately spring into action and run off in search of more cheese, while the 2 men stand by in shock at this terrible turn of events. The mice aren't as horrified by what has happened because they have been watching their cheese supply from the minute they found it, constantly watching for signs of change. The reaction that follows. Hem couldn't believe what happened and insists on standing his ground, staying right where he is. He believes that they should be compensated for the loss of cheese, because life was being unfair. He refuses to leave the place where the cheese was, and decides to stay where he is, even at the risk of fading away. Haw, on the other hand, is reluctant to change at first, because he finds it difficult to comprehend the turn of events that has happened. Haw is initially terrified of returning to the maze and searching for new cheese because of what happened, but soon comes to realize that looking for new cheese is still better than staying in a place that has no cheese at all. With the thought of finding new cheese on his mind, Haw resolutely pushes forward. When he is almost at the brink of giving up, Haw finally finds some new cheese in a different part of the maze. Here he finds Sniff and Scurry there, already enjoying some cheese, and this time, Haw joins in the enjoyment. The one thing Haw does differently this time is to continue searching for new cheese while enjoying what he has. And now he too checks on his cheese daily for signs of change. Key takeaways. There is always success to be found, even when you think you have achieved the success that you've always wanted. It doesn't mean you're automatically set up for life. Haw eventually came to the realization and went in search of new cheese on his own, and refused to be paralyzed by fear any longer. Adapting to change and letting go of the old ways is something we must all learn to do. And when we have found some cheese, we should enjoy it, but never stop searching for more cheese to keep us going. When going through the maze, Haw wrote messages on the wall for Hem to read, if he ever was brave enough to venture out into the maze. Cheese can represent anything you want in life: happiness, money, love. Here are the things he wrote. Have cheese makes you happy. The more important your cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it. If you do not change, you will become extinct. What would you do if you weren't afraid? Smell the cheese often, so you know when it's getting old. When you move beyond your fear, you feel free. Imagining yourself enjoying new cheese even before you find it leads you to it. The quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you find new cheese. It is safer to search in the maze than to remain in the cheeseless station. Old beliefs may not lead to new cheese. When you see that you can find and enjoy new cheese, you change course. Noticing small changes early helps you adapt to bigger changes that are to come. Change happens. They keep moving the cheese. Anticipate change. Get ready for the cheese to move. Monitor change. Smell the cheese. Change. Move with the cheese. Enjoy change. Savor the adventure and enjoy the taste of new cheese. Be ready to change quickly and enjoy it again and again. Keep moving with the cheese.